in order to create the most accurate model to date. The documentation team also consisted of local engineering experts from ReSpec and Wyss Associates, who were already familiar with intricacies of the mountain. The documentation team spent 2 weeks laser scanning and photographically documenting the site so that no part of the sculpture would be missed. The scanning of the faces of the presidents, in particular, presented a unique challenge. Because of the protruding features of the presidents' faces, the team would have to scan around them from many different angles, while making sure that the scanner was set up at an optimum distance from the rock surface. In order to get all around Jefferson's nose, to get all the details of Roosevelt's mustache, the only solution was to rappel the scanner down the face of the sculpture. To ensure the stability of the scanner, a special tripod rig was designed by the team, engineered by Hermanson Egg Engineering, and manufactured locally in Rapid City, South Dakota. It was a difficult and dangerous task, but the Mount Rushmore rope access team skillfully climbed down the face of the sculpture with the laser scanner and special tripod rig in order to capture the necessary scans. By the end of those 2 weeks, over 200 laser scans were performed, collecting about 3.5 billion data points that would make up the complete point cloud model of the sculpture and park grounds. Along with the laser scan data, the team also collected detailed photographic documentation which was overlain on the bare point cloud and created a finished, lifelike model of the mountain. Once complete, the SCIARC team began to work with the park in order to utilize the 3D model for their preservation and educational needs. With this complete digital model, the Mount Rushmore Park staff now has a very precise way to map the contours of the mountain and all the cracks in the stone.
Seep into cracks in Mount Rushmore, they oftentimes stay there overnight. The liquid freezes and expands, pushing the rock apart in a physical change, because the granite is still granite, even though its shape has changed. Carbonation also affects some rocks that contain calcium carbonate, such as limestone and chalk. When it rains, the water combines with carbon dioxide in the air, creating a weak acid similar to the one in your favorite soft drink. In return, the acids eat through the rock. This is a chemical change, because the rock is being changed into calcium bicarbonate after the chemical reaction occurs. A chemical reaction is a reaction in which one or more substances changes and produces one or more new substances. But if that seems like all nature has to offer, think again, because nature has a few more punches to throw at Mount Rushmore. As temperatures fluctuate from day to night, stone, like all matter, expands and contracts. This constant change of size weakens rock, but is once again only a physical change, since the rock is still rock after this change. The last major way that nature packs a punch is through biological weathering, a type of chemical change in which plants release chelating compounds, also known as organic acids. These weak acids break down the rock and create a new mineral or ore, based on the rock that was broken down. So with all of these physical and chemical changes packing a punch, it's no surprise that Mount Rushmore is slowly shrinking. But how long can we expect Mount Rushmore to be here? Every presidential face on Mount Rushmore is about 60 feet tall, or 720 inches. So with the national park's estimate in place, we can safely say that the carvings will be unrecognizable in 7,200,200 years. So sure, Mount Rushmore will be here for you and me to enjoy for the rest of our lives, but eventually it will become solely...
Mount Rushmore, the largest monument in the USA, is a symbol of freedom, peace, and democracy. But after 64 years, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington badly need a facelift. A case for culture.
The
main problem is the lichen. This plant has roots that drill into stone, even into granite. In winter, this makes the stone porous and water gets into it. When the water freezes, the stone explodes. On top of that, the lichen produces an acid that damages the surface of the stone. This process is called biocorrosion. You can see it here. a project that would have been impossible without the tremendous efforts of the rangers of the National Park Service. They help wherever they can and are very receptive as regards new technologies. But above all, the rangers are glad that Karcher came up with a non-abrasive solution to clean their monument without damaging it or causing pollution.
And we had some early proposals of chemical treatments to clean it, sandblasting or media blasting, and we're not comfortable with doing that because we were concerned about the damage it could create.
At the start of the project, tons of materials and 5 diesel-powered high-pressure washers were brought to the top of Mount Rushmore. As there are no roads leading to the mountain, a helicopter was used. But there's no helicopter service for the workforce. Every morning they have to climb the 600 feet to their workplace. No easy task in the thin, high-altitude air of South Dakota. It takes us half an hour to get to the top, if we're fast and we're not carrying any equipment. And with temperatures over 35 degrees centigrade, that's pretty hard. A truly monumental task like cleaning Mount Rushmore requires a lot of preparation. The Karcher crew are experienced professionals. But with each new project, the cleaning experts have to face up to a new challenge. On Mount Rushmore, they have to operate for the first time with rope access. This technique is very safe, but no one must be afraid of heights. Naturally, you always have some respect. No one can tell me they have no fear, but it's part of the job. Makes you safer. As a part of their culture sponsoring program, Karcher are cleaning historic buildings and monuments all over the world for free. Cleaning these objects makes high demands, but in solving the problems, the experts gain valuable insights. And in this way, Karcher strengthens its position as a worldwide leader in cleaning technology. The main reason we're doing this is our culture sponsoring program. Besides that, there's always something new. Here, for example, we're using 200-meter high-pressure hoses. And it's things like this that go into the development of our products. Naturally, a project on this scale doesn't go unnoticed by the media. Newspapers, radio and TV, the whole world is talking about the great event. The gigantic media response reflects their interest in such exceptional projects.
Recognizable faces. Mount Rushmore getting a little facial for the summertime.
Now our beauty expert, NBC's Kevin Tibbles, has uncovered a spa treatment of monumental proportions.
A German firm has donated a pressure wash of the 4 presidents' faces.
It's amazing. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, especially for me. I'm from Germany, and I get more and more understanding how important this monument for your country is.
And ordinary folks in America are all for it. The reactions are more than positive. Even when we were setting up the project, people were already thanking us. They're not only grateful that damage due to vegetation on one of their national monuments has been stopped, there's also a very obvious but unexpected visual improvement. Even on the way here, you see that they're much lighter and they stand out better. Great result.
In fact, you can see a difference. It's very nice and bright now, and will be bright for many more years.
And last not least, visitors to the park are delighted by the cleaning project.
Looks like they're doing a good job.
They're doing it absolutely free, and that's a marvelous thing. We thank you.
That's good international cooperation. That's terrific.
The fireworks are a traditional part of American Independence Day. And thanks to the Karcher Cleaning Project, the presidents will shine in all their glory once again for thousands of years to come. The cleaning of Mount Rushmore is just one of many Karcher projects to preserve major monuments and buildings worldwide.